On June 8th, 2025, we pause to honor voices that shape courts and congregations, fields and film reels, legislatures, and lives. From the quiet dignity of bishops to the sharp calls of referees, from the poetry of basketball to the rhythm of independent cinema, these individuals brought intention to every step and left their mark on our world. Today, we don't just recount their titles. We remember their impact, and we reflect on the meaning they left behind. Bishop Lawrence Brandt shepherded with gentleness, led with humility, and lived with faith. As Bishop of Greensburg from 2004 to 2015, he guided his diocese through times of transition with a steady hand and a listening heart. Fluent in multiple languages and deeply educated in theology, his global vision was matched by his local compassion. Even in retirement, he continued to serve through prayer, presence, and pastoral care, a man of liturgy and life. His passing due to cardiac arrest reminds us how fragile great vessels can be, but how powerful their echo remains in the hearts they touched. Wayne DeSutter's name may not echo across today's stadiums, but in Buffalo and beyond, he is remembered as a player who brought grit and grit alone. Playing for the Buffalo Bills, he was a workhorse, quiet, determined, and unfailingly loyal to the team and the game. His post-football years were spent not in headlines, but in hard work and community contribution. For every fan who cheers today, men like Wayne pave the field with their dedication. David Greenwood soared on the courts of the NBA, bringing both power and poise to the Chicago Bulls, San Antonio Spurs, and Detroit Pistons. A first-round draft pick and collegiate star, he was a defensive anchor and rebounding machine. But David was more than stats. He was a quiet leader, a mentor, and a symbol of perseverance. Cancer took him too soon, but his strength still echoes in arenas, in old game reels, and in the hearts of those who saw him give everything for the game. Hamilton Krans Jr. believed in citizen service. A former member of the New Hampshire House of Representatives, he approached governance with humility, thoughtfulness, and care. His work in state legislation was marked by bipartisanship and a commitment to the everyday person. He wasn't flashy, but he was steadfast, and in that steadiness, he helped guide his community through meaningful change. Charles Miller spent 25 years in Kentucky House of Representatives, becoming one of its most respected voices. Known for his deep knowledge of education policy, he was a former teacher and principal who carried classrooms with him into the Capitol. His laws changed lives. His voice calmed chaos, and his example remains, a reminder that the best public servants never forget their roots. P. Adam Siné changed how the world watched movies. As one of the foremost scholars of American avant-garde cinema, he helped define an entire movement. His book, Visionary Film, became a sacred text for cinephiles, artists, and students across the globe. A Princeton professor with a passion for the obscure and the beautiful, Sidney gave legitimacy to films often overlooked. Cancer took his body, but not his vision, that will flicker on, frame by frame, wherever art dares a challenge. Uriah Rennie was a force on the pitch, not as a player, but as the one who called the game. As one of the Premier League's most recognizable referees in the 1990s and 2000s, he brought authority, fairness, and unmistakable presence to the game. The first black referee in the Premier League, he broke barriers with composure and competence. Off the field, he was a magistrate, a mentor, and a martial arts enthusiast. Discipline was his hallmark in sport and life. With his passing, the football world loses a true icon of integrity. Today, we bid farewell to athletes, lawmakers, artists, and servants of faith and justice. Their paths were different, but their purposes aligned: to uplift, to challenge, to guide, and to leave the world more vivid and more just than they found it. In pews and parliaments, on courts and canvases, they move with conviction. Let us honor them by walking forward with the same resolve. Let us carry their stories as torches, not just to mourn, but to illuminate the path ahead. In memory, they live. In purpose, they endure.